Hi everyone, it's Heather here with Best Laid Plans, and today's video is a little different because rather than a full plan with me, I wanted to go through my process of planning a decorative and mixed media planner spread. So if you're interested in how I set up materials and everything I need for a weekly spread, stay tuned. Before I do any decoration or anything at all, and I do this monthly, is I make a master list, and it's messy. I add to it, I take things off, basically just brain dump anything that might be happening. Sometimes I'll have 2 pages. What I like to do is just kind of brain dump. I like to start in order, see what's going on during the week, and then I'll be able to look at that and know where items are when I'm doing my planning. Some things I don't necessarily write down on my master list. They're just things I know. But if you are just starting out, some things I would include would be things like when recycling and trash pickup in your community is, what days that you do certain household chores. So do you have days where you do different sets of laundry items, things like that. And just starting to put yourself on a schedule is going to make it much easier to get things done and to plan things out. So for me, the days of the week where I have the most to do in terms of household chores are going to be Wednesday and Thursday, because we have the bins have to go to the curb for trash and recycling on Wednesday. So I usually do, my bi-weekly cat litter go through and pick up then. To add to that, I'll go ahead and do the dishes, put them in the dishwasher, and then Thursday I will get the bins from the curb, I'll put the dishes away, I will, do all that. And that works for me. That's the schedule in my area for that, and that's just sort of how I keep track. Sometimes things get done later, sometimes things get done earlier, sometimes I may have to do something more than once in a week, and that all happens, and that's fine. But if I keep myself to a schedule and I use my master list, then usually that task gets done, and it gets done on time, and I don't have to worry about it in the scope of things that I'm doing for the week. So the next thing that I do after I take the page that I'm working on, I take it out of the disc. That just makes it so much easier to put decoration, to write. I definitely recommend taking it out of the planner to do that. The next thing I do is I think about theme and color and what I want the week or that month to look like. And usually I have a specific item or crafting supply that is my inspiration. This just kind of is my personality. I am very artistic. I have an art history background. I've worked in museums and things like that. So I gravitate towards the more decorative artistic elements, but sometimes a theme could simply be, what do you have to get done this week? If you're going to have a lot of need for space to write things in, a lot of items, then you may want to scale back your decoration. And that's totally fine. There's really no right or wrong way to do it. I tend to be more decorative, but that is actually a tool I use to help myself. I'm very visual, and I need to have that decoration and those different elements to reinforce my planning. So the item that I chose for my inspiration for this layout is actually washi, purchased from Amazon, and it came in a kit with a bunch of other florals. But I loved this because it was this soft kind of pink, reddish color, and then blue leaves, and I really wanted to do something red, white, and blue, and more patriotic for the week of Veterans Day week. And so I just thought this would be beautiful, and I could use the star washi to kind of cover the thinner lines. So that is what I use just my jumping off point. So everything that I have chosen from my craft supplies that I might want to use for this are going to be based on this color palette. And I try to stick to a specific color palette just to make it more cohesive. And when you're doing a highly decorative layout, which is what I tend to do, if you're following a color scheme, it makes it so much easier to choose stickers and accents, even, you know, highlighter and pen color. So those are the washi that I've chosen. And then based upon that, I have, for doing different, like, I think what I'm gonna do instead of doing a bunch of box stickers for this week for meetings is I'll use my Mildliner to fill in that area on the box for when I have meetings. And then I also have this navy blue Penmate Inkjoy pen, gel pen. And as you can see, it's a pretty good match for the washi. Settled. I usually like to use scrapbook paper, and I use the Happy Planner Classic Weekly Box Punch. It is one of the best tools that I've gotten. I can take any scrapbook paper and really use it almost like a box sticker. And I've gone ahead and I have already cut out some boxes in the color scheme. This kind of navy with some floral. And I use this Recollections paper pad, the corner office paper pad, and I ended up paying, I think, like $2 for this paper pad. It was on clearance. And it has, again, all of those same colors that are in the washi. You don't have to use scrapbook paper. You can use any kind of paper that you have. So for instance, if you've received like a decorative card, or there's packaging from an item that you find particularly, you know, beautiful, you can cut that out, punch it out, I use a glue stick usually, or like a glue runner, and attach that in your planner. Then I start to think about sticker planning, and I have a lot of different sticker books, and so that's a blessing in that I have a lot of choices, but it's also not so much of a blessing because then I have to figure out, okay, what do I want to do? What am I going to use for this layout? So in terms of the Veterans Day layout, I wanted to have a couple of box stickers. I wanted to have, obviously, Veterans Day. So I just kind of went through, and I am in a no spend month. So there is a no spending sticker in the All the Feels book, which I thought was kind of weird because it wasn't in the Savvy Saver book, which you would think it would be. But there was a no spending in this book, so I'm going to use this book to put my no spending in, just to remind myself of my goals, especially because this is a payday week for me. And when I find a sticker that I want to use, and I'm going to be using multiple books, occasionally I will go through and I will actually put a page flag to indicate where that sticker is. It just makes it easier to go through and get it. For this layout, I'm actually going to be doing a Plan With Me Zoom later today with some girls in the planner community. I'm really excited about it. That's what I did for my last week layout, and it just took me so long to do last time, and I realized I need to do a little more pre-prep than everyone else just because I do have more decorative layouts. So I've gone ahead and really planned stuff out. So one of the things I think I'll be using for this layout will be the leaf stickers from the Homebody Seasons book. And I've been wanting to find a layout to use these for. And I think that this is going to be perfect because, again, it's going to match those colors, these blue and red leaves. So I have those set aside. And then I have the old, this is very, very old. I think it ends the dates in 2018. So this is quite old, but it's one of my go-tos for redating and things like that. It happens to have a Veterans Day sticker that is the colors that I want. So I'm going to use that Veterans Day sticker. And then I also selected this November clear sticker, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover the November here with washi and then put that over it because I just am not using this mint green color for this spread, and I like everything to match. So I've set that aside. Again, very loved sticker book. Everything's falling out. And then lastly, I just got the 3000 sticker book, and this was a clearance item. on either the Happy Planner website or Joann's, I can't remember which. I think it was the Happy Planner website, and it has tons of stickers in it. But the ones that I was particularly keen on were some of these full boxes, and I really loved this Think, Reflect, Discover, Create, Grow, because again, it matches the washi I've selected really, really well. So after I do all of my regular kind of decorative sticker planning, I also usually have the household planner stickers ready, because when I do indicate that I have a chore to do, I typically like to just put an icon to remind me rather than write it out. And that way I keep the spread kind of clear of my handwriting is really the reason I do it. But it's also a visual reminder, which I think is helpful. And for anything that isn't, I usually have an Etsy sticker or another sticker that I purchased in my sticker album that I can use. So Happy Mail, my trackers. I use this for, I need to do my budget planner, so I'll use that sticker probably this week. So I have these type of stickers as well. So those are the basics of kind of the steps that I take getting ready to set up everything. And in terms of how I actually place things on the page, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go through with my washi tape, and I'm going to start with this kind of red, white, and blue floral washi. So there's that, and then I'm gonna put that probably over here, and then just to kind of balance it off, put it on the edge of Sunday as well. So I'm gonna do that and then come back for the smaller washi. Okay, so I've got my different washi down, and that's this smaller star spangled washi, and then this red, white, and blue hued floral that I really love. And so I've got the main part boxed in how I wanted, and then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually take this November label up here on the planner, and I'm going to take, I've already taken some of the larger washi and put it down. I'm going to layer the star washi over that so that we can place the new November label over it, and it will match the spread. So now I've got my washi all set up for later, and I shouldn't have to go back and add any more of the washi, so that kind of saves time. What I'll do next is just sort of decide where I'm going to be placing my scrapbook paper, and I will leave the sticker placement to the Plan With Me meeting that I'm going to later. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get my scrapbook paper down, and then I will stop and I will go back and add the stickers that I've selected so you can see what it looks like at the very, very end. But I'll go ahead and we'll put down the scrapbook paper. And I believe that how I'm going to do this is I want my Veterans Day sticker to go inside this frame, and I'm going to put it front and center. So I'll probably put that right here. So I think that this is the layout I want to use, and then I'll probably add decorative sticker here, probably the one I picked out from here. I think I'll go ahead and do that because I have so much other decoration to add that it won't really matter that I added it early. So I'll do beautiful. And what I use to adhere scrapbook paper to my planner is just dollar store glue stick. You don't have to have fancy stuff to do a layout. You don't have to feel like you have to buy every sticker book or every scrapbook paper book and all the expensive supplies. Sometimes Dollar Tree just has really, really good stuff. And I really like their glue sticks. It works for me. I've never had anything kind of pop off later, so I know that it will hold. And as you can see, I do all of my decorative elements first after I do my functional brain dump. But if you're the kind of person who you just need to write it first and then you accentuate with stickers or any other kind of, you know, tool like pens, highlighters, things like that, do what works for you. When I first started, I wrote things down first and I found that it was not sticking for me. I just needed to have a little bit of artistic interest in what I was doing. And so that's how I got into using scrapbook paper and sticker books and really doing more highly decorative planning. For some, they have to have like no white space, so you could like print your own stickers, use a kit, color everything. So that's definitely a type of planning I've seen. There's really no right or wrong to it. For me, I really believe that the reason I tend to find more inspiration and functionality in decorative planning is, again, I'm a very visual learner. I work in a highly analytical field. I work with, you know, research data and academia and, you know, that type of thing. And there's so much black and white, and it can be very monotonous at times, and I need to have that color and creativity in my life. It just inspires me. And coming from a scrapbooking background, a papercraft background, I just really need to be inspired looking at my planner, and it just keeps me motivated. So the decorative elements really do help me in that regard. For some, if your passion is like calligraphy, I have a best friend, she has amazing lettering and calligraphy skills, you know, and she enjoys writing and looking at her handwriting, and it inspires her. And I feel like, you know, do what inspires you, whatever keeps you motivated to keep going. That is what you need to kind of reinforce and keep on doing, because it's really what's going to make you want to open your planner and use it. So this is my pre-meetup setup, and I will show you at the very end, after I've added all of my stickers and I've done my writing, what that is going to look like. These are zebra Mildliners, and they're dual tip. So you have this tip, which is more of a fine point, and then you have a more wide-tipped highlighter kind of tip. And they are very pastel, they're translucent. You can write on top of them, and they're really helpful for if you want to kind of make your own color blocked layout. If you're the kind of person who likes to highlight a task once it's completed, or you color code what you need to do, these are really, really helpful. So if you're not a washi person or a sticker person, these may be right up your alley, and they're not too expensive. I do have a meeting on Monday, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fill in one of these boxes. And I have lines to help me. If I didn't have lines, I would probably be winging it. I also will have a meeting on Wednesday in the morning, staff meeting, so I'm going to go ahead and fill in that box as well. I just find if I fill it in now that it's actually easier to write over it later. So that's why you see me doing that. And we'll see what else is going on. There's something going on Friday the 13th. So you can see the color of this, it's kind of translucent, it's not quite opaque, and it's a lot more muted than a typical highlighter would be. And then I think I'm also gonna fill in this spot here. This is my usual, Sunday is usually my plan day. And I've also been doing a lot of reading Sunday evenings as well, so Just gonna fill that in. All right, so I will show you the finished product. I will see you all in the next video. Bye.